This right here is my everyday Windows laptop. This is the Acer Aspire 3 A31422 and I've been using it for the past year and a half, and this is just my experience and review on it so far.
You can watch videos at full 1080p, edit photos, edit videos, do some code, and most important of them all, you can do some gaming. Sometimes.
So I've been a Windows user for a very long time and did have a Windows PC. However, I've made a switch to the Apple ecosystem and went with the Mac Mini instead. But I do still carry around my Windows laptop as I just more comfortable and familiar with the Windows space.
So for the specs itself, it is an AMD Ryzen 5 3500U with a 2.10 GHz clock speed, which can be overclocked. It has 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of SSD storage. Also, the laptop already came pre-installed with the Windows 11 home version, which I actually prefer over the Windows 10, unlike some users.
So this is actually the AMD Ryzen 5 CPU rather than the Intel CPU. This time around last year, I decided to go for Ryzen over Intel, and it has been performing quite well.
So for the weight itself, it is 1.9 kg. It's not the most lightest laptop you can buy on the market. I don't go to school anymore, so I don't really need to carry it around with me, but it's nice to know that if I do have to go somewhere and bring my laptop along, it's not too heavy for me to carry, and I can just pop it inside my bag. The build of this particular laptop is a 15.6-inch screen. It's a 1920 by 1080p resolution. It's quite thick, but not too thick, and it has 3 USB ports, 1 headphone jack, 1 Ethernet port, and 1 HDMI port. Also, as this laptop has a HDMI port, you can connect it to your external monitor and use it as a desktop setup. The battery pack itself isn't too bulky and it's okay to carry around. Of course, when it comes to most laptops, some can be really bulky. It can be sometimes annoying, but it's quite bearable compared to other ones that I have had before.
So in terms of battery life, it did claim that it would last 9 hours. However, I cannot confirm that it does last 9 hours, but obviously this does depend due to what you do on it. Certain tasks will have different loads of performance, which end up causing the battery to die quicker. For me personally, when I use it on a daily basis, watching videos, I do sometimes end up only getting around 4 to 5 hours. So I always need to plug in my battery. So it kind of sucks. However, as a Windows laptop, I haven't really seen most laptops that perform that well. Only the higher end laptops. This model comes around $499. For the price it's at, it's quite decent, and I would recommend to most students maybe who need something on the go. It's quite nice. However, the design is quite good, and just overall in general the build and the quality is quite decent.